Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee with Changemakers. I'm Robin.
And I'm Yoshi. On the Coffee with Changemakers podcast, we explore the stories of changemakers taking on some of today's biggest social and environmental challenges.
Every episode, we host an intimate conversation on social impact and leadership, where we listen, learn, and connect over a cup of coffee with inspiring guests from all over the world.
So before we jump into today's episode, we have a quick ask. If you enjoy our conversations, it would mean the world to us if you subscribe, rate, and perhaps even tell a friend about the show. Your support helps us bring even more inspiring guests onto future episodes.
So, here's today's coffee chat. Enjoy.
Hello, coffee guests. Welcome to today's podcast. Today, we're super lucky to host Taichi Ichikawa, the president of World Road, an educational organization based here in Japan. So under his leadership, the company aims to build the world into a single school by fostering global learning and understanding. One of their notable projects is the We Have a Dream initiative, which compiles stories and dreams from individuals across 201 countries, aligning with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs. In recognition of his contributions, Taichi was appointed as the Okayama University UNESCO Chair Youth Ambassador in February 2024, where he collaborates on educational initiatives promoting planetary well-being. His work emphasizes the power of storytelling in creating positive social change and inspiring the next generation of global leaders. Welcome to the podcast, Taichi. How's it going?
Doing good. How's it going, everyone?
Great, great. So, I was in Pakistan for a week attending one
Are
of my
you?
closest friends' wedding, and I just got back to Japan a couple of days ago. So I'm a little
Nice.
bit jet lagged, a little bit, I'm still adjusting to the time zone, and I haven't been able to sort of rest up yet. So I'm not feeling 100% yet, but it's having you on the podcast is giving me that extra energy.
We'll get over it. Thanks for coming back for this.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. How about you, Robin? How's it going?
I am good. I just had 3 days in Iwate in the north of Japan,
Wow.
in
Oh,
this
wow.
very beautiful national park doing a project there. So I'm feeling very energized and looking forward to the conversation.
いいね, いいね.
Nice.
All right. Well, Taichi, we always start off by asking our guests about their background and also their motivation.
Mm-mm.
I know you've done a range of things, and we're super excited to hear all of your different activities.
Mm.
But, for those of you who don't know you yet, maybe you could just kind of start off us by telling us a little bit about your childhood and your upbringing, where you grew
Right.
up and where you're also based right now.
Right. I will try to make it short. But I was born and raised in Japan,
Nice.
Fukushima Prefecture. It's the northern part of Japan. So yeah, I'm from there. Just like you mentioned, the Iwate, Robin. That's also the northern part of Japan, right? So yes, I'm from there. So I'm pretty much a countryside boy. I'm not a city person. So I went through all the regular education that many of the Japanese people would take. So I went to the public school all the way to high school. Then after graduation of high school, I went to Tokyo for higher education. And yeah, I took 4 years university course. And then during that time, I took 1 year off to study abroad. That was in the United States, just for 1 year to study business. So during that, all the school time, I didn't go to the graduated university. So that's all about my university time, school time. But during that time, I was really struggled to find my path, like where I should go. Especially the high school time, I was in a public school, and then if you know the Japanese culture, we put a lot of time on the extra club activity like sports and art. And I was in a kendo club, which is a Japanese martial art. Like you use sword, like just like the, like similar concept to the samurai, being a samurai. So, but anyway, I was in the martial art club, and then I spent almost every day, every year practicing it, and also I was busy with studying, so I didn't much have time to think about my future perspective. But in the second year of Japan's high school, like you have to choose going the like rough major, like you're either going to the art, not art, but liberal arts, or going to the science. And then I had to make a choice, thinking of what university or what career in the future I would go. But like being busy with study and then sports club, like it's almost impossible to think about the future. You may have a dream, but you don't really have a role model. Especially, it's a hard thing, especially in the countryside. You don't really have any of the seminar that like some of the like famous people stand on the stage and then give you the inspiration. No, we don't have that. So I was super struggling. Then after I graduated, I met a lot of inspiring people. Like I attended a One Young World, and I met you guys. So so finally I came into the opportunity to find somebody inspirational, and then really share the same value that we want. Like, for example, we all like want to contribute to the society. Like that kind of topic I couldn't share with my friends in my countryside. So yes, then so with that experience, I really wanted to share those encounters, and also I wanted to make such opportunity available for more people. So this kind of is the highlight that I wanted to create a book that gathered all the inspiring people together and then share their story to give the future generation the inspiration about like how they can build their future perspective, or giving them hope to like they can really contribute to the society by building the career at the same time. So yes, so this is my highlight from my past, and also the initiative that you mentioned at the beginning. So
wow,
yes, it's okay.
That's very cool. No, that's amazing.
By the way, the audience, I'm not a talker, so I just wanted to emphasize on that. So, but not being a talker, I realize that I can contribute to the world by writing a book. So
no, that was perfect, Taichi. That was perfect. And I think that both of us share, or all three of us, including Robin, share a very similar vision. Because, all three of us attended One Young World. And for the listeners who have never heard of One Young World, just to give a very, very brief summary of the organization, One Young World is a global forum that convenes young leaders from over 190 different countries to address pressing global challenges, including, action through impactful dialogue, networking, and collaboration with influential leaders. And Taichi, Robin, and I sort of got to know each other through One Young World. And, every year when I would attend the summit, I would hear these inspiring stories, people like Taichi sort of share their stories. And I would think, man, what a waste, like what a waste. And why is it's just so unfortunate that these stories are really not being put out there. And that was one of definitely the motivations behind, Robin and I starting Coffee with Changemakers. So thank you for sharing that, Taichi, and thank you for mentioning One Young World. I guess I just wanted to ask a quick question as to where did your journey with your organization World Road, where did that originate?
So it's not a really like positive story, but like I lost a job after my second career. Actually,
I see.
My first career was entertainment. It was a huge company, and after a year, like I changed my career to going to the startup, and that was a virtual reality company, but like it went to a bankruptcy, so I lost my job. And then like quitting a big company in Japan, like it's kind of like hard thing. Like it at least it's a big decision for me. So, but then like I went to a startup, but the dream crashed again. So how do I explain to my parents? How do I explain to my previous job boss? Because the founder of that big company, like he directly hired me. So like I didn't really have a word to explain this. So like I was super lost. Like I can recall that time as one of the worst time in my life, because I lost my dream, I lost my job, and then that was actually like there was a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk between my parents. Like I had to explain many things, and I felt sorry for them as well. So, so I returned to my hometown, Fukushima, the countryside, and then I actually didn't have no motivation to build more dream at that time. Like I was just playing video games and then like just chilling in my home to at least to release my all the stress I had. So, but like at the same time, I felt bored. So I started writing down something like what I'm really feeling. So like I feel sad, like I feel down, but at the same time I still had some hope that like I can contribute to the society sometime in the future soon. Then like I asked myself like what I would really want to do. Like if I start a company, for example, like I didn't really intend to start a company, but like I just asked for just as a trial. Then I answered to myself that if I build my company, I would like to contribute to education, because like education, that's just like I mentioned, like I had so much struggle finding my path, how to build a future perspective. So I really want to contribute to that. Like I had that idea. So
I see.
Yeah, then there was a two choice that I getting into the company or like starting a company. So, but that was actually after the mid 20s. I think that was around 27 years old back then. So I thought that I would excuse if I do it later, like do the founding company later. So I thought, okay, I should not give me any excuse in the future. So like I thought that I should start. Then that was the education related. So I started from the corporate training, and I know at that time like the SDGs, the word, it was really becoming a big word. It was around 2017. So after 2 to 3 years after the SDGs came out, so Japan, like lots of the corporate, there was a high demand that they want to learn about SDGs. So I started from there. Then after I really wanted to get into the more education side, like school. So I started the book project. So yeah.
Very cool.
Long story, sorry.
No. Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah. I want to pick up on one thing you said that I think is very powerful. It's the idea of writing things down. You said you wrote down how you feel. What would it look like if you started a company? How would it begin to take shape? And I think writing things down is a very powerful way to start to manifest those things. So I want to just pick up on that and say I really fully agree with you on that. And I know now your company does many things. It does of course the book project and kind of edutainment. You also do consulting and training, as you mentioned, for companies. I want to hone down a little bit onto the book project, because I find I actually have the book in my house. It's in a cardboard box right now because I just moved, but I have the book and I know it's extremely well regarded. And I want to really get to the story of how you made the book come to life. You had this idea. What did it look like to take that first step?
Okay, thanks. So starting from the first question, writing down my thoughts, yes, it did help a lot. Like I didn't really write about that business idea or etc. because like at that time, like that was not my first priority. Just wanted to sort out my like thinking process. So I started from like writing my feeling, but then after I decided like okay, like what if I starting a company, like I started writing down the ideas, and then I honestly I don't think that was brilliant ideas gathered together there. I don't think that, but I just wanted to. I thought I should at least try some of them and then see how the people would react, because when you find a company, you don't know what real needs are, right? So you just need to start. I think people start call it a lean startup style, I guess. But I not that context, but I just wanted to try. So I made a proposal and I sent to somebody, and then had some feedback. So yeah, that for that action I had to write down, right? So I think it really helps to starting a new idea or starting your own business or starting a new project. So yeah, it's really helped. So yeah, that was the overview. And then moving on to the second question. Sorry, what was that? The book project, how it started, right? yeah. So it goes back again to my high school time. Actually, I had one inspiration back then. So as I mentioned, I had a struggle to deciding my future career. So in the Japanese high school, there is a room called Shinro Shidoshitsu. It's the career guidance room, I would say. So I went there to get some help, get some idea about my future. But on the bookshelf in the room, it's full of red covered books. It's just how do I call it? It's just the past exam, the pile of the past exams, right? Coming as a book. So it's just about the university's exam. So it's all of that. So there is no future. And so I was shocked, and I was shocked, and then I didn't really. I was kind of down, but after that, so then my parents noticed that I was struggling for that, and then my mom, my mom found out one book and then gave me that. That was 47 Dream of 47 Prefectures High School Students. So yes, Japan is made of the 47 prefecture, just like the US, 50 states, right? Japan 47 prefecture, and then each prefecture was represented by one high school student, and then they share their dream and then story in that book. It really helped because one of the page, it's my favorite page. That was a girl saying that she doesn't have a dream, but so finding a dream is her dream. So it's really what is it? I don't know how to describe this, but when I found it, I felt the relief. It's okay to not having a dream, but at least you have energy to finding a dream. It's good. It's all good. You deserve to write a page. So I was quite motivated from it, and the people in other pages as well, they were quite motivational. There was a one guy he will inherit the tofu store in Japan, in a small town, and he wanted to make that tofu for all the happiness for the people in the town. So it doesn't have to be a big dream. It's really gave that inspiration. You don't have to dream big. At least you have an energy, or if you feel confident about what dream you have, then that's all good. So that was the start of my dream book project. So 10 years later, after I attended a conference One Young World, and I met you guys, and then I got all the inspiration from the people on the stage. By the way, One Young World is the program is about having the amazing inspiration of people on the stage, and they gave us a speech. So I met a lot of brilliant people from all around the world. Then what was it? Yeah, after I started a company, first thing I did was the creating a vision. That was the building the school into a single school, like you mentioned at the beginning. So after making that, I was thinking, okay, what if the world were in one big school? What kind of textbook we should have in the classroom? Then at that moment, boom, oh wait, I should make a book like made by all people from all country. Then with that idea, like the past memory of the high school time, the 47 prefecture, 47 high school dream book, like it came together. And I think I can make the dream, like the global version of that book. So I put all that idea into the PDF, and then I sent it. PDF and a PPT. Like I sent it to the publishing company that made they made a high school student dream book. So because like that was the inspiration for that was where the inspiration came from. So I with the respect, I sent it to that publishing company called Iroha Publishing for the first as a first trial, and then the president of that company responded directly to me, and then he said, "Oh, wait, that's my dream too. Like I wanted to create a global version, so we have the same dream." Wow. So it came together. So from there, we started the book project. Yes, again, I did the long story again.
No, that's so interesting.
This is why I'm not a talker. Like I have.
No, this is really interesting.
Explain everything. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You discovered this book when you were younger. This 47 Dreams from 47 Prefectures. That stayed in the back of your mind, or your mother.
Yeah.
And that stayed in your mind for many years. And then it all clicked. And you contacted the publisher, and the president responds saying, "That's also my dream." Yeah. I mean, that's kind of an incredible story when you think about the dots connecting, right? To make this happen. Yeah. And from what I've seen, this has become more than just a book. You have brought speakers in from different countries. I've met several of them, like Marianta and Salam, and people who have come to Japan to give talks to young people. Right. Young people see this book as a kind of a blueprint of how to make impact, an inspiration diary, right? Of covering all the countries in the world. And I believe you even made a series with Discovery Channel, or Discovery Channel. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
There you go. So this has become much more than a book. It's become an entire, almost a movement to get young people inspired. And can you tell us a bit more about how it grew from that idea, from that email from the president? How did it grow to this huge thing it is now?
Right. So starting from the book part, it started with Iroha Publishing, and then first thing we did was creating a PDF again to spread all around the world to gather the people, like bring the people together. So I made it, and then we started from only a few people, like from the global side. Like I gather, because like One Young World, it is a huge platform, but like only the few people, like you can make friends, right? You cannot be a friend for all of them. Like it's not possible. But anyway, like I had a very close friend, and then they really liked the idea, and then they made some of the like page example, like they wrote their story, they wrote their dream. So with that example, we tried to spread the PDF, and then it did actually. They really helped us to spread the idea, and then get more like a dream and a story. That actually it was all from the Google Google questionnaire. Like, so we did an interview. People started submitting more and more, but it all didn't go well all the way. Because like some of the country, like it's almost, I would not say like impossible. It's really hard to approach. So there are small nations, like only the population is 2,000. So such country, like I had to make a call, like directly, or like I had to do the like people jokes about me. I was doing the Facebook stalking all the time, like trying to find a person from the right country. So I mean, not the right country, but every country. So So in short, it's spread all on the social media, but we had to make a lots of direct approach and reach out people. So yes, after 1 year, I think we gathered all the country, all people. Thanks free all the people from all around the world, like who contribute the story. Like after they contribute a story, they spread. So it's really made of the support from all around the world. Even if some people they're not get selected for the book, they spread the idea still. So I really want to thanks to that. And yes, and then after 1 year we started editing. Then the book it came together as the book we have like today. So that was it was a 1.5 year project. So
that's quite short for a big scale to reach every single country in the world and get the stories from there.
Yeah, I put all the 24 hours into that.
Yeah, I can imagine. And how did this story with Discovery Channel begin? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yes, so from the beginning, I didn't see this entire project just as a book project. I wanted to. It's really for me. It's really the movement to spread the voice and the dream, and then spread the inspiration to the next generation as well, so that they can feel they can contribute to society. They will know that they can really find a path like in the future. How also that like how they can contribute like in the precise way like so. Yes, I want to spread more, not just as a book. So the second thing I came up was the documentary, or at least any of them like a movie format. So thankfully we had not just producing the book, like we also do the corporate training, right? About the sustainable development, and then we had a connection. So for the Discovery Channel Japan, we had a workshop for the employees. So, and yes, at that time, like the CEO, he asked me like, are you what's in the English like? Do you have a like single contact with a particular TV corporate? Like I said no, and then are you interested like making a documentary? And actually I wanted to say that before you. But yeah, like I had an idea together, so it came together again. And yeah, like we started collecting funding, and then we somehow managed to have them. And then the first documentary, I went to Nepal and also Seychelles, and also I couldn't go to physically in person, but we did a shooting at the Haiti, the Caribbean country. So unfortunately, we couldn't take a lot of the country, but yes, we did the 3-country documentary together, and it came out 2 years ago. It broadcasted in Japan, but also on the Discovery Asia, we had about 7 to 8 countries broadcasted on the TV. So that amazing. Was really the cool impact I recall.
That must have been amazing to see your own idea on Discovery Channel across Asia. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
When I see it on the TV, like I couldn't believe, it's there.
Wow,
that's so good.
It's not like it's really there. Like it's more like a exhausting feeling. Like it's finally there.
It's finally there.
Yes.
And Taichi, when you think, go ahead.
Go ahead. So is there a similar book? Like, it's quite an accomplishment, and I was wondering, like, is there a similar book that's out there, or were you able to do it because of your vast connections through the One Young World organization?
So I think I need to answer some of that. There was an inspiration, of course. First was a high school book, of course. But my generation, I'm 92. I was born 1992, okay. And then so, remember there was a huge. I mean, it's still ongoing, but what is it? Why do I forget? It's such a big inspiration. Humans of New York. Right.
Oh, he was New York. Yes, I know them.
The photographer take one picture like almost a weekly or daily, and then give a small story with it, and then post it on Facebook. That was really the inspirational project.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, with that, like I really wanted to make the pictures beautiful as well. So Ira Publishing, they had a great photographer. So we had we tried to gather amazing pictures, and then we did. And thanks to all the leaders around the world. And yes, there was that inspiration. But yeah, like I would say, like a high school book, that was all the inspiration came from. And in terms of the support from the organization, I mean the community, yes, One Young World, it did help a lot. Like like when I email about this project, they really spread. Like they even made a one page website for this project. So yes, really helped. Yes, thanks for all the community managers and also the directors. Yes, really, I really appreciate
very
it.
Cool.
And also, of course, the regional coordinators. I know that you did that, Yoshi. They really helped a lot, like spreading the idea like regionally. So with that help, like I don't think I could do it. So yes, for those who don't know about the regional coordinator, One Young World has a region, like people like divided into like Asia, like South America, like with that region, like in each region there is a coordinator. And they really helped me. And
cool.
Also global shapers, they really helped a lot as well. And also some of the like the organization that has a history, like a Commonwealth country, they I don't really know exactly, but they have several organizations like rooted in the only for the Commonwealth countries. So they are quite connected. So once the one person like with the name, like they when they spread, like they all know. So it was really the big support as well. So there are so many organizations I have to recall, but like I stopped now. But yes, I really thank all of the organization and also the individual support. So.
I think that's the power of having a solid vision and an exciting vision, right? If you had an idea that wasn't very exciting, I don't think everyone would come and help you. But it's because of your idea, but also your execution, your personality, your characteristics. I think that they help to make that kind of magic happen. I want to focus a bit on the challenges and successes. You mentioned you're working 24/7 to get this out into the world. Can you tell us a bit more about maybe just one or two of the key challenges that you faced in making this whole thing happen?
Right. Yes, so many challenges, but yeah, I would pick. So yes, of course, like collecting the whole story from all country, that was one of the big challenge. So there was small population nations, so that was very hard part, of course. But the other part was the balancing all the SDGs topics, because when we started, like it's obviously it's an educational project, so a lots of like educational people from educational field, like they submit the story. So I really appreciate each of them still, but to really show their like inspiration from various fields for the next generation, I thought like only like having like educational education related story, that I thought that was not enough. So but at the same time, you know that there is no better or worse dream, like there is no such thing, so you can't compare. So it was really hard to choose a story to represent each country. So I really considered which story should really present the country, even though like I'm not the expert of all the nations, but like I had to make a choice. So that was one of the biggest challenging part. So I had lots of discussion with some of the like regional expert. Like if you're like somebody from like expert on the Indian culture, yes, I did also a discussion. And also, of course, with Aroha Publishing, I had to explain that. So yes, that was the hard part.
That's a great. So you really wanted a good representation across the SDGs, across the world, across different themes, and that was challenging. In terms of successes and the impact, I would love to know what kind of impact do you think this project is making, and maybe could you share with us one or two highlights for you along the way?
Right. Thanks for that question. Yes, I get that question quite a lot, and I of course mentioned about numbers like we impacted. Like there are more than 30,000 copy were spread like around Japan and also the world. That was really big number for me because having that number spread, that means like it's also it's only not purchased, but also it was distributed to the library as well. Like so that like students can go there and then get that book for free. Like that's amazing. Like they get an inspiration, and also the school library as well. Not also. I was mentioning the public library, but also the school library. That it's there also. So yeah, the number, yes, I felt the really the power of the writing a book, yes, but the one really highlight is not the quantity, it's more like the quality of the impact. So I met the one high school student in Fukushima. I went to one of the public high school in Fukushima, and it's quite similar style with the high school like I went. Like they are busy with club activity. They're busy with busy with studying, and then going to the like trying to go into the better university, like better just with the high score. Yes, so I thought that like with in their mind, like I thought they also struggle too. And then I met a one high school student. She has a elder sister. I don't know how much detail I can go, but I should go. But like just briefly, her sister went to the top university, and then obviously it's a big pressure for the younger sister, and then there is a kind of the mindset in the high school who try to send the students to the university. They want to bring the students to the top schools, like business course or the doctors, science, or I don't know, but like they try to send a more science student. They try to send a more students to the medical school. So it was in that pressure, like I really didn't see her bright side of like how really think about her future. But like after she read the book, she really decided to studying the liberal arts and then studying about the global issues, and then she actually managed to get in the university that she didn't want to go, and then now she's in the United States to study to to go deeper. So it's really was the impact that like there was a girl who was in the public school with the pressure of, oh, hey, you should go to the doctor school, you should go to the science school, and actually her sister was in the the top school, so like she had a lot of pressure, but she had own decision, like she had her own she finally came into the realization she really wanted to commit to the world. She really wanted to study international relation. That was the great impact for me. And then thankfully she took a picture of the book with the graduation picture.
Wow.
So you see like how impact like she had with the book. So yes, so it's all about the quantity, but also the quality, the impact. Like if you want to measure the impact like you guys are creating, like I think those two both sides are quite important to be measured. So yes.
Wow. Well, that's incredible, Taichi. I mean, a lot of times when we talk about impact, I think people always try to sort of quantify it. They try to sort of set like a numerical value, right? But then the story that you just described, it shows that sometimes you can't place a monetary value to impact. It's really priceless. And you obviously made a tremendous impact on this one life. And it really changed the course of this individual's life for the better by allowing her to pursue the school or pursue the field of study that she really wanted to study instead of what society told her to do, right?
Right.
So that's super awesome. And I'm sure that you
Thank you.
felt super proud when
I know.
you heard of
Yes,
that story.
I
Yeah.
did. I was,
Must have been
yes, so proud. Yes.
emotional moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow, wow. So I want to kind of move into like insights and reflections for a little bit, but Taiji, I feel I'm very jealous of you. I feel like you're in a really lucky position because you heard like dreams of 200 or more than 200 people from all over the world. And I'm just kind of curious, like, were there any common threads? Did you see any commonalities amongst people's dreams, or were they all unique and different? I'm just super curious.
Like, can I talk about something in common in those dreamers like around the
Sure,
world? Yeah,
sure.
I actually wrote about it in the book, but I love to share that on the here as well.
Thank you.
So yes, it's about the difference between goals and dreams. So after seeing I had 800 stories applications when I tried to create a book. So all dreams are like inspirational. All dreams are so great. Like I really still cherish all of them. I still keep it like for the future project. But yeah, I saw the one thing in common, like between those who are really like making the impact. So they have clear difference between a dream and goal and dream. Sorry, and then it's also related to the to the SDGs as well. So I always exemplify this to the mountain climbing. So when you climb a mountain, you try to go on to the top, right? And then that is, I call it as, actually I call the top as a goal, and then the view you from see that top is the dream. So for example, one person, so she is she's from the Caribbean, and then she tried to make a safe place for all the girls who, and because in the night, like it's still, even though the Caribbean it's such a beautiful country, it's such a paradise, but in the night for girls, it's really the not safe place.
Yes.
So she actually had violence before, like in her lifetime. So she really wants to make even the night roads coming to the home for daughter to be a safe place. So
wow.
She commits to the, obviously the SDGs 5, the female rights things, and she really commit to that. But the view that she wants to create, actually that's goal is the the SDGs goal 5 is her goal, but like the view she really want to create is the really the making the Caribbean a paradise, like not just the Caribbean like a paradise as a surface, like without a safety it's not really a paradise for everyone, right?
Exactly.
So she wants to create that view, so that's her dream, and then her goal is the SDGs 5, and then like achieving like I mentioned, like a quantitative goals, like giving the like workshops for the girls, like maybe like 2,000 people. Like yes, she tried to achieve that, like not the exact number, but she tried to quantitative goal. But like after, like she wanted to create that vision to be accomplished as a dream. So I think having that goal and also the vision as a dream, it's quite a different thing, and then both of them, they support each other. But like when we try to be a change maker, we want to have a both side, like what really exactly you want to achieve as a quantitative goal, but also the vision of the dream that you really have. So yes, and I also talk about this in the school. It also the from the career perspective, like many of the students, like oh, I want to be a doctor in the future. That's actually a goal. Like, what's the dream after that? Like, if you call the doctor as a dream, then if you become a doctor, your dream is done, not right. So you really should have a vision, or you already have a vision actually, but like you need to, put it into the world. So I think telling that difference is also very important for the change maker in the future, like potential of the change makers. So I really want to. I always tell that to the in the school. So I just wanted to share that with you.
That's
As well.
wonderful. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Taichi. Like, I wish you were my career guidance counselor
No
when I
way.
was struggling in high school.
No way.
Then I probably wouldn't have made half the mistakes that I did, growing
No.
up. Because that was
No,
great advice. No,
mistakes is
seriously, that
important.
was
Yes.
wonderful advice. And you put it in a way that anyone could understand. Climbing the mountain is the goal, and in that view from the top is the dream. Like, wow, that's so simple. I mean, a middle school student, a primary school student can also understand that. So I think you've beautifully really translated such a hard, complex topic that's even hard for adults to even figure out, and used language that's very accessible for young teenagers. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you for asking that. By the way, I'm also struggle with that difference still. So don't worry. Like if you struggle.
Yes. So I guess last question from my side before I bring it back to Robin is, so I would like to ask for your advice for other aspiring change makers. You've been there, you've done that, Taichi, but for those who are listening to this podcast, who are thinking of starting something new or taking a big risk to make an impact, what sort of advice or tips do you have for them?
It's really the tough question because like I don't think I really have the right answer for that, because every individual has a different story, different inspiration, and we all should have the different paths to achieve our goals. So, but in terms of okay, just my personal opinion, but like I don't think we all need to be somebody. We don't need to be a great person. Like I actually like recall like joining this podcast, I was trying to recall all the memory I had, and then I was thinking that yes, people thankfully they say you've done a great thing, but like I honestly, for me, if you look closely, it's just me combining all the past experience together, because like I was struggling in the high school time, and I found a book, and then 10 years later I made a like global version of it. It's such a very personal narrative story type of thing. So I've never like trying to done the like something, what is it, trying like something like how do I put this, but like something great. Like it's not the thing that I was trying to aim. Like I really wanted to share that the opportunity I had to other people, and also I really wanted to solve the struggle I had if there are still people who had the struggle. So it's not like it's not a great thing in that sense. So anyway, and also, as I mentioned, I'm not a talker, and now I talk a lot right now because like I cannot summarize like well. But anyway, like I'm saying this because for creating a book, I didn't talk at all. Like I only texting to all the people, to all the country. Like I said, like it was all the Google form, and also all the editing was the Google document. Like thanks Google, like for everything, all the resources. But yeah, like it was there. It was done all online, so I didn't talk. Because like from the beginning I was shy, and I'm not really good at the people. But yeah, like with even that type of person, like I at least accomplished one thing, publishing a book. So it's just a message that like, again, like you don't have to be a great person, like you don't have to be somebody, like you just try combining all the past experience, then like it can create the story that like people would like. So but you need to test it after, but yes, at least like in my case, people liked it. So then like I put all the book together, and also right now like I opened the web platform to make more stories accessible. Like I made all the stories free, available for free.
Wow.
And actually again, like more than the 400 people, I mean 800 people submit the story. So I couldn't like show all the other stories. So now I am showing the other stories too. So
I see.
Amazing.
Yeah, there is a selection of course, but like at least like I could do something more. So it's an extensive journey for me, but like again, that was I think that would be the message from me to the.
I want to pick up one thing you said, which is, I'm not a great talker, so I wrote a book. First of all, I don't agree. I don't agree at all that you're not a good talker, because you're clearly very good at communications. But nevertheless, I love the way that you figured out your strength. You know what? Maybe I'm not so good at this, but I have this superpower, and this is how I make my impact. And I really love that message. I want to ask you something before we get into the wrap up. And you must get this question all the time, but until I was about 25, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't really have a clear dream. You must get this question from so many high schoolers and young people, but what if I'm struggling to find my dream and my vision? What advice would you give to me?
Yes, I get that often. Yes. And I try to answer the best in the individual base. I usually like ask like some of the question, then I answer after. But like generally, first thing I mention is that the difference between the dream and the goal. I already mentioned that, so I'm not gonna repeat. But yes, it does help. But also secondly, I usually answer like this way: try not to have a dream or a clear vision. Try to find somebody you want to be. Like I mentioned, like you don't have to be somebody, but like it's just, I'm talking about like more like a role model. Like you have somebody around you. Like you don't have to like look at the like what is it, like TV or like somebody like big on the social. No, you don't have to. Like you like somebody like around you, like you look up to. Then like you then it's easy, right? Like you don't have to try to chase somebody already big, but like around you, like then like you feel close, you can ask directly a question, then you can find what element that the person really has. So it's okay to be like for example, like a teacher in a class. Like if you look up to like what you really look up to, then like it's really gives you the hints to like what's really what you would prioritize in your life. Is it like getting close to the people you serve, or like somebody who builds a system, or I don't know, like it's differ depending on the person. But like if you know what you look up to, then like you know what you really want to go into. So it's just it'll make it easier for you to think about dream. Like after like chasing the person, like you becoming more over yourself, because like you know like what really want your life, like by looking at the person. So
that's good advice. So find a role model.
So this is why like I made a book, like I make a web platform to find a role model. So it really connects to what I really
absolutely. And that segues perfectly into the next question, which is, what's next for you? You mentioned you've opened up all the stories online for free. What is on the road for you and World Road as well?
Yeah, thank you. So I do the several things right now. So I opened the website. So the one thing that I really want to do with the website was to integrate all the projects. So I went to different things, right? Like a book, documentary, and also that I connect all the dreamer. I call the people on the website dreamer, and I connect the dreamer with the classroom, so education project. So I get them together, and I really want to show the movement like visually. So I want to expand this platform like more. So I welcome the audience, like who is listening right now. Like if you have a dream and a story, like there is a place to promote your dream and spread your voice. So yes, I welcome more dreamers to our community. And as I mentioned, I love contribute to education. So I love to connect more people. I mean, the dreamer, the people from around the world with the Japan's corporates and also the classroom to really just show that like anyone can make an impact. So this way, like I can make more like change makers like you guys doing. So yes, that's the second thing. And also, right. Right now, like I'm preparing some more like fun projects. Like I did the tryout actually 2 years ago. I did the dream pitch contest, and then the winner, like it's not judged by the like juries, like it's voted by all the people around the world. So it's completely what is it? The people based. So and then one person get a prize, and then got funded, and I really want to do that more because right now I'm promoting dreams to, and then let the people know about the activism like around the world. But I want to like find a more direct way to support. So this is also my excitement for me. So yes.
So that's a lot. You have a lot coming up, a lot of exciting things.
I know. So I have to like some things out. So, but yeah, like. Yeah, again, like not like I don't consider myself being a talker, but like not being a talker doesn't mean that you cannot make an impact. Like I saw lots of people on the stage like inspirational, like but yeah, like I wrote a book, and then without a word, like I made a book, and also the people with English as a second language, like I made it happen, so you can do it. So.
I love that. I love that. No, it's so true. I have the same. And when I do projects in Japanese, I find it, I try and remember this is my second language, but I'm going to make it work. I'm going to make it work. And you've clearly made it work. So respect to you. Now, call to action for everyone listening, for all the dreamers who want to share their stories. Where do they find you and your projects?
Thank you. I'm going to send you the link so that you can put it on the description. But the website is called World of Story. So the story from the world. And also you can like put the We Have a Dream after that. Then like you can find the website. Okay. World of Story, We Have a Dream. So all the stories are there. So you can get inspiration. But at the same time, you can contribute your story to give the inspiration. So you can take inspiration and also you can give the inspirations as well. Oh, by the way, for the people who in the education sector, like it's a completely free website, so you can use as resources to give a role model. So awesome. And I really need the help actually. Like if you use that website for the classroom, like, I really want that example to show to the world like how you can really utilize the resource to the next generation. So right now, like it's only available in English, but I try to make it in Japanese as well first. But yes, then in the future sense, I would try my best, but like a Spanish, like Chinese, like I tried my best. So I know that it's important to make it to do the localization, but yes, in the future sense. But right now, like if you know how to use, yes, please let me know.
That's so good. So that's a clear call to action for all the educators out there. Thank you so much, Taichi. It's been great to talk with you, to hear the story behind your journey of building this incredible project that you've been doing over the past years. I loved what you said about the difference between goals and dreams. That was very clear and I think very, very impactful. I love the way you also said you're not a talker, so you decided to write a book. And now look at how far this whole project has come. So lots of learnings for me. Yoshi, how was it for you?
Yeah, Taichi, thank you so much for sharing your incredible story. Like for me, I just thought it was so interesting how you yourself, were struggling at one point, especially during your high school years, where you didn't know what you wanted to do with your life, where you were confused. Your parents, your mother gave you a lot of advice. And it was actually kind of through this process where you ended up coming across this book, which then inspired you to, create the Dream Project. And it was kind of through this process where you were helping others and gathering these dreams from around the world, where you yourself realized what your true ikigai was. And I thought that that was just kind of beautiful, the way how everything just kind of played out together. So yeah,
Thank you.
thank you for sharing your story today.
No, thank
And
you
to
too.
and so to all of our listeners, if you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and share. We'll be back with more stories of impact very, very soon. So remember, coffee friends, the power to create change is in your hands. Keep leading the way, and we'll catch you in the next episode. So let's keep brewing change, one cup of coffee at a time. Thank you, Taichi.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.